Yo, serious, I got a question for you. You was just recently released. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Can you tell us about that whole situation?
I mean, they just found a gun. You know what I'm saying? They found a gun. I was getting, questioned by some police and shit, and I went to the bathroom. You know what I mean? And they went to the bathroom, looking in the bathroom when they found out that I went to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And dude found a gun in the shower closet inside the bathroom. And I mean, he assumed it was mine. So I could have, I was facing 5 to 10 years, and I basically copped out to a year because one, they ain't had no fingerprints. There was no prints on the gun, wasn't no DNA. No one saw me have a gun. No one said I used a gun. I know, it was nothing like that. So really, I could have beat that shit if I wanted to go to trial, but I didn't really feel like sitting in jail for another, 8, 9 months. So I just took the deal that would get me home the fastest. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Do you feel like, we hear about a lot of artists getting caught with guns, and do you think y'all being targeted or?
Um, I would say no, but definitely I know I am because every time I get locked up, less than 24 hours later, it's a fucking article in the paper talking about rapper this, rapper that. So it's like, I know that's the case because once they look you up and see that you somebody, it's like a trophy. It's like one of the moose heads on the walls for them hunter niggas and shit. You know what I mean? It's like saying, oh yeah, we got him, you know?
I got you. And not to rehash old situation, but like with the whole situation with Mav Hoffa back in the day, like after that event, did like that hold you back?
Nah, hell no. That shit ain't do shit. In reality, it's just, people that understand street shit and understand what goes on, like, I done been through all kinds of way worse scenarios than that. It's just the world don't see it, you know what I'm saying? But nah, that didn't hinder me. That kind of made me a little bit, you know, my ego was bruised a little bit, so I had to go do some dumb shit back to him and some other people, and I did some bullshit that you know, could have cost me my life in some real time. So I'm just glad that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But in general, nah. I mean, and if anybody looks at a nigga differently, you know what I'm saying, for getting sucker punched or some shit like that, then that's just shows they character. But for the most part, everybody was on my, was like, nigga, we don't respect that shit, Jones. Niggas know what time it is with you. So I'm grateful that, the niggas that rock with me, that ain't do shit but strengthen it.
I got you. And like, do y'all have a relationship today? Did y'all end up squashing that situation?
Yeah, we squashed it. Like I battled them again. The battle's on it's on what you call it, on YouTube or whatever. And they gave me, you know, a large amount of bread. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well shit, niggas get killed in real life for way less than this. So who would I be to turn that down? You know what I mean? Like, especially as a father, as somebody that, you know, I don't battle that often. So if they come to me with something that's, over a dub, over 25 rack, like I'd be a fool, to let my ego prevent me from getting that money. So I had to deal with certain shit that I didn't really feel like it. I didn't really want to think about it. I just wanted to, embarrass and humiliate that nigga in front of the world. But the way that it played out was the best case scenario, I will say.
Got you. And like like the media and what the media be doing, like with the interviews, and I'm gonna use Vlad TV for example. Do you think that like media platforms like Vlad TV, when they do certain interviews, you think they target and take down an artist, or that's just
I
what
don't know
happens?
if that's what they deliberately trying to do, but that's what the fuck is happening. Because I think this I think there's a part of every human being that like wants the world to know their story. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a little piece of everybody that you want to be understood. You know what I'm saying? you want people, especially if you're an artist. Like that's why most of us that is, real artists really do music or do, creative arts because we want to express ourselves, right? We even if it's not being direct, we want people to feel us. We want them to know where we're coming from. We want them to know the pain we've been through. We want to know this, we want them to know the sacrifice that we done made to get where we at. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think these artists really go up there thinking about, this shit is gonna wind up being used in a federal trial one day. I think they just thinking, this is my chance to tell my story to the world. You know what I'm saying? And because of the fact that this is such a violent world we live in, I think there's a lot of people that just feel like you'll get points for sharing, that aspect of your life, for sharing the fact that you done put pain in, or been a part of an organization that done put some real pain in. But they don't realize that just attaching yourself to something, no matter how small it is, it's just ammo. You know what I'm saying? It's just ammo for them to say, well, you said and you admitted you're a Crip. You're a this Crip, and y'all niggas got this war going on. So at the end of the day, you're guilty by association. And how you gonna say you're not when you just went and told the whole world the details of how you are? You know what I'm saying? So it's a catch 22 because there's a lot of people that we probably wouldn't jack if we didn't know their body for real. Like look at a nigga like Gucci or something. Like Gucci's a legendary nigga, but his legend only, it got so much bigger because of the fact that we knew how he was coming in the streets. Like, yo, this nigga wilding, like he mean this shit. He don't give a fuck. It makes the music hotter a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But then what? You know? And he was blessed that he was kind of before this era of all this Rico shit and all this other shit because the feds would have probably been interested in him. The feds wasn't locking rappers up back in the day. You know what I mean? If they was locking rappers up before, it was because they really did something. You know what I'm saying? They really was out here, not being a real rapper. Now they look at it as any stepping that you got to do associated with rapping is the same thing as if you in the street selling drugs. They don't care if it, oh, somebody was at a show and tried to rob me, so they had a shootout. All they're looking at it as, well, now we got a shootout to attach to it. He said he's a Crip already. So now we just need one more thing and we got Rico. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they coming.
Yeah, and like you speaking on your project, your new project earlier, but I didn't really hear you say if you had any features on there. You got any features on it?
I got a few features. I got my nigga Fab Don. I did some shit with my son Bino, from Brooklyn. Artist coming up is fire. That's my nigga. I got my man Silky Slim. He like kind of like the prince of pimp hop right now out of LA. You know what I'm saying? I got who else I got on there? I got damn, it's drawing a blank right now, but I got a few people, but for the most part, it's to the necklace. Like it's mostly me. I did most of the beats on it. Like I did them last two beats. I did the beat of the song we gonna play soon. Like I just really been in my own bag because I really just go to the studio and just let it out. So sometimes I'll leave a space open for a feature, but most times I just complete the idea. You know what I'm saying? Like if a song is an idea to me, so normally I write the things that the song needs to say, and then it's kind of like a done song. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm definitely looking to collab with more people and work with more people. It's just I got a lot to say to the world. That's all.
No, I got you. I got you. And do you like think like far as features, do it be like politics behind that? Like if you do want to get certain artists, there's like a whole lot of red tape, or is it easy for you?
It depends on who you are. Like some of the features that I got was wild easy. Like you know, uh, T Pain, Two Chains. You know what I'm saying? Akon. Like I got features that was Soldier Boy. I even did a song with Soldier Boy. Like, but I just basically was you know I always kind of been, I don't want to say a little bit more arrogant, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I was younger. So I kind of looked at it more like I'm not fucking paying nobody. I'm definitely not begging nobody for no shit. So it was kind of like a thing where eventually I realized that I was tripping because it's like, bro, that's how you really expand your fan bases, other people's fan bases. You know what I'm saying? But I looked at it as, I didn't want to beg nobody, and I don't like being told no. So I wouldn't even ask. And then one day, I fuck with Titty Boy. I was fucking with when he was Titty Boy. Like that was my nigga. But we didn't even do no music together. We used to just, smoke weed and chop it up, whatever, whatever. So once he became Two Chains and he started, taking off, whatever, whatever, it was just like yo, matter of fact, let's do a joint. And he's just like, all right, you know what I mean? And same thing when I ran into T Pain. I saw T Pain in Seattle, and I was just fucking with him. I didn't think he was gonna say yes. I was just like, yo, I need a hook, nigga. And he was like, what? I'm like, I need a hook. And he didn't even know me. I didn't even know him from a can of paint or nothing. But he was smiling and laughing, but I'm dead ass. I'm like, I need a hook, motherfucker. So he wound up sending me a hook. You know what I mean? Sending me a hook on the beat. Probably a couple months later. So, you know, closed mouth don't get fed, but it's definitely politics involved because of the labels. And most of these artists that are popping on that level are signed to some type of label who's gonna want some money. You know what I'm saying? So they'll let you do it and then just not clear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. And this is my last question. Like far as what's going on with is so many different battle rap leagues, and a lot of people want like a lot of these leagues want that exclusive. With that artist, how do you feel about that? You think that's a good look, being exclusive to a battle rap league and only battling with that particular league?
I mean, if you're getting the looks that you know that keep you at the forefront of the culture, then yeah. But if you're not, if you sign to a battle league and you're only getting called for maybe 2-3 battles a year, that's not a good look because you can't make a living off just being a battle rapper like that. You know what I'm saying? When, let's say, for instance, you getting $5,000 a battle, right? Which is at least a mid-tier level battle salary. You know what I'm saying? Like or a fee. You feel me? So if you getting that and you sign, let's say you sign to URL, whatever, and you getting, let's say you get 6 battles in a year, that's still only $30,000. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, that's gonna be spaced out over the whole year. On top of that, if you are turning up crazy and like your moments is the type of shit that's going viral, niggas is really tapping in, like, yo, this nigga crazy, this nigga be wild. And like, if you got that level status, there's gonna be people that's gonna call you from Minnesota, from Detroit, from fucking Ohio, and say, hey, yo, I got a league out here. What's it gonna take for a one rounder? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got 8,000 for you. I got 10 bands for you. Now you gotta say no to money that you need because you're only making this much somewhere else. So it's like this is the dilemma for a lot of these upcoming battle artists because they want to get on a league that they know has the traction that they're gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying? You want to battle where you think it counts the most. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been somebody that I never did an exclusive battle deal with nobody, even though crazily enough, I would have done that shit. Like if they stepped to me and said, look, man, we got $100,000, you know what I'm saying? We only want you to battle here, you're gonna do this many battles. I probably would have been with it. But they never came to me like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I've always battled wherever. I was always been a free agent. Like whoever got the fee, that's who gonna have to meet. You know what I mean?
Salute, salute, salute.